So at this point, we have got everything done. We've made our beeline down. We've picked up the Tharbakan teleport. We've made a beeline down. We picked up Cathalon. Then over. Try to stay away from this edging down here. Climbing up and down this stuff will cost you time. So we made a beeline along the ridge, came down, picked up the teleport. Again, stay away from the low area, stay up on the ridge, across, down, and we're now in front of Quadinar. And what we're going to do is, as you come in, we're going to go over. Instead of going into the city, we're going to cut to the left. Watch all the mobs. You can pull them very easily. So stay up next to the fencing. And here is our next point. And this is where we're going to drop our first. We're going to face him because every time we teleport in, we want to be facing in the direction that we teleport in. So we're going to drop a teleport here. What we're looking for is undead and any permanent potions, which we see none. Your primary point at this is undead. As I went along, of course, I picked up any particular herbs, which they were right on the way, so I just clicked them as I went. Now we need to go turn this in and get our, we're going to leave that teleport there. That leaves us 2 teleports. Again, watch it. These guys aggro very easily. One of the neat things about where we drop that teleport is if you do aggro the stuff up and they manage by some miracle to kill one of those NPCs, when you go out of the zone and come back, they will reappear because each time you come in and out there, they reset. That's why we want that one. We're going to come in. We're going to pick this up. And we want to check for our...
Welcome to the...
Nothing.
Good day. Welcome to...
Nothing.
Well met, aye.
And that sets up our run route. Okay. Now, at that point, of course, back over here is the other necromancer.
Boy.
That guy, I really hate it.
But
they shouldn't drag you into quest lines.
Welcome.
There we've got a mana saver. We'll grab that. That's definitely useful. Remember, the only thing we're looking for is the undead and card boosters. We've only got a limited amount of cash on us. So we've got to be real careful
stranger.
about that because we're about to now go spend 300. I went ahead and went straight down instead of going to Kovengar first because I thought it would probably be a time saver. And at this point, we have played 54 minutes. Now we're going to, we've got all of that set up. We're going to go back to Kovengar. And now we're going to go down and pick up our necromancy stuff. At this point, we have now got our teleport stone dropped down in Quindinar. We've picked up all of our stuff. We've done that quest, so we've opened up all of our teleports down to Gorlin. We are now going to do the Walk o' Death. I'm going to run it through. You're not going to stop and fight anything. All we're doing is collecting. We're going to drop a teleport. We're going to take and pick up a crap load of taint. Alright, and at that point we'll get back. We have now at this point been playing for 58 minutes. So an hour in, we've gotten everything here. We've got our 3 teleports. This right here is going to be essential, because the first thing we're going to do once we've picked this up is we're going to pop back down here. Every time you come out of this zone and come back, he's going to respawn, and each time he respawns there is a chance of getting booster cards and undead cards. We want the undead cards. So we're going to jump down, check him. Then we're going to jump back over here. Then we're going to come over, pick up our other graveyard. We're going to drop a teleport stone off here, come across, pick up a teleport, come down. You'll see the route in a bit. So at this point, we jumped from our Gorlin. We teleported down and checked him. He had spell card boosters, but I've only got 500. I need that undead card, so I'm saving that money instead of buying those booster cards. From there, I teleported back up to my last ancient ruin, which was the 2 that we originally activated. Then, if you look, you can't really see it now, but if you come straight across, look for this divide right here. There's a teleport, and right underneath it is another graveyard. The thing about this graveyard, you've got 2 pieces in there, but there is a lot of stuff in here. The one on your right is inside an alcove. Be careful, you can easily get yourself boxed in there and get killed. So we want to go in, grab that. We want to kite everything away. As we go in, we want to hit the one on the right first. That way we're not pulling everything in and they'll block us when we try to get the one on the left.
Ah, that's interesting. What's that?
Now you see, they almost boxed me in. If I had went for the one on the left first, they will box you in on the one on the right. So you want to go to the one on the right, pick it up, and get the heck out of Dodge. Grab the other one and come out. We are now going to make a beeline from here directly down to where you see this right here. This right here is where we're heading. Right in the center of that little trail road. Not the main one, but the trail road. That's our next point that we're aiming for. You've got a cave right here. It's just a big mountain boulder with some Grome in it. You can either come back up, but there's going to be Grome up here as well, and down the road to cut across. Me, I avoid all of that by going around the back way. It's just about as fast. You're not pulling. However, we're heading right toward this little divot right here. The problem is, right up in here is a bunch of wolves. So when we get there, the first thing we want to do is drop our stone, our teleport stone. We want to teleport out back over here. That disengages them, and it allows us to check the mages and stuff here for our undead card. Alright? Then we're going to get rid of our staff, which we still remember we're carrying that staff. So let's take care of this. At this point, we've dropped our teleport stone. This location and this location is where we are going to farm for our fireballs. So we drop this, we pop back down here. We go into Quidinar. In Quidinar, right next to here is where your mages are. Typically your necromancer here and the necromancer back over here in this little alcove around this corner here. They typically do not carry the undead spell, typically. I don't know why. You figure a necromancer, if he's summoning the dead, he wants to get rid of them too, but for some reason they rarely ever pop there. I still check them just to be sure. I check the two mages here. I then jump over to Cathalon. I come in. There's one mage cellar in this little alcove here, setting up here on this pedestal. I check him. I come out. I jump up to Tharbarkin. This is where we're going to get rid of our staff and check our other cellar. When you come through the doors, you got to come to the left and come around, and back in this little area right here is where the mages are. So our primary areas at this point that we're going to be checking for our undead spell is the guy at Comorin, the mages at Tharbarkin, the mages at Cathalon, and the mages at Quidinar. If you want, you can go down and grab the one here, and there's some more mages at that jump point. That's up to you. This is additional bit of time, but that opens up a higher chance of finding that card that we need at this point. So we're going to go here. We're going to turn this quest in. He's going to ask us to look for his staff. We already have the staff, so that saves us from doing all of that. Alright, that gives us 150 extra gold. No spell.
Looking for something?
So we cannot really effectively farm fireballs right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to teleport back up, and we're going to go down. We're going to farm the Grom Camp. We're going to go back over to this teleport. There's another bunch over here that we can farm. These guys down here, basically, there's no way to actually get to work with them without taking a chance of getting killed. We're going to bypass those at the moment. We're going to then come up and activate the point here. Then we're going to come around to the Rusty Ogre Inn, pick up a quest that's going to take us back to here. At this point, we have been playing for about 1 hour 7 minutes. So at this point we're about an hour in. I did all my stuff. We jumped back up to this teleport. This teleport here, which is the one right near Comorin. Came down. There's a magic source here. There's a Grom Camp. There's some wolves up in this area, and some pigs. Be careful about the amount of pulls that you do. You're still not doing a lot of damage. You've got low health. They will kill you. Once I cleared this area out, I came back to the teleport here. Right across the thing from here is a lockbox. So I got the lockbox from the Grom Camp, and there's a lockbox here that I can get. Then I came up to here. This is where your next quickie quest is going to be. This guy wants you to go get some rope. Now where we're going to get the rope is literally a jump skip away. We're going to drop our teleport stone here. That's why we still got one. We have one here, and we have one down here. We're going to drop our teleport stone. We're going to jump over to Gorillin, and we're going to jump across the road. There's a encampment of guys right here, so avoid them. We're going to come to the road, down, and up to Gallows Hill where we're going to get his rope. We're also going to pick up 2 taint at the same time, so it's a time saver. At this point, I had to make a couple of... he's going to send you on 2 quests. One is to go pick up the rope. Then he's going to send you to go from here to here. When you go there, the people in the cave is going to instantly die. Be careful, there's a lot of mobs down here. If you do pull, remember, drop that teleport stone. Get the heck out of Dodge as far away as possible. Give it a few minutes. When I was doing that, I would check these 2 areas while I waited for the wolves and stuff to get off of me. And I did pick up a couple of useful cards, because also when these guys die, there's 2 boxes, 2 chests in there, and their loot. So what I've done at this point is we've been able to up our armor. We've collected a little bit more cash. I just spent it because I wound up getting 2 mana savers, another spell booster, and we found a destroy undead card. That's going to be our key right there. You could do it with this, as I said, in the easy stuff, just to avoid everything. But this, I have found, is the most efficient way to farm those 2 Grome areas. Now, he asks you, the 3rd quest he sends you on is to get more rope. When we come down here, it's going to instantly tell you that it's completed. See? Now, when you come up here, there is a slight trick to this. There's going to be a guy here that's going to question you. Deny everything.
Who are you?
I will ask you.
I have no inkling.
Hell's just then
I hope.
If you tell him that you didn't find any rope, he's going to attack you, then you got to fight him. You can always come back and fight him later, but he is fairly well strength for your current level. However, he does not care if you go in here and loot this box.